Hello everybody, today I'm here with the final set of levels for Dr. Mario World, and once again none of these were too difficult. I got stuck a couple of times, but in the end just had some really good luck just going all the way through. I apologize if you hear background noise, my nephew loves being loud for no reason. So this first stage was by far the easiest and the most enjoyable. I thought it was pretty fun. There's not a lot to it either. You're just kind of working your way through these sections here and clearing them as best you can. And what's nice is that most of the viruses line up really nicely too. So you're constantly just being able to clear viruses really easily. And there's, the way they make it a challenge is there aren't too many capsules, so you might run out. But with Wario you should just be fine. And then you're also just wanting to get all the blocks out in the open so that you can get all those things that are lined up, lined up. So in that one I made sure there were no more greens lined up so I could clear these two. And then this bottom section should line up nicely too with these greens here. And then I just need some capsules to hit this final coin. And I made sure to get Wario skilled before doing so, just to make sure I got enough points at the end. And I did start with the rainbow capsules, but I didn't really use them too egregiously, I would say. And the next one I go in with both of the boosts, and I try not to use my skill for too long. With Wario it doesn't really matter because unless you get a skill again at the very end, you would have gotten a skill the same amount either way. The way that I do it, where I just choose to not use the skill for a little bit to make up for getting that, because I don't want that to influence the round at all. And here I use this rainbow capsule as if it was a red and blue capsule, and then I'm able to wedge the single capsule in between some of these sections here. This is very reminiscent of a part of the final stage of the world, but just like a section of it, because this isn't scrolling at all. But that's what it reminds me of. These bombs here are really going to take out the majority of the stuff around the bottom, so I wouldn't worry about doing anything much differently other than just destroying them. I tried to do this a little strategically, and there was really no point in doing it that way. Or maybe I didn't. I feel like I took longer to kind of sit and look at it, but I guess I didn't. So I made sure to clear those blues before I destroyed the bomb there so I could use them while they were lined up. And then we just got a couple of greens and blues left. I burned the reds over just in case this coin needed a few more hits. And I also tried to clear the greens nicely at the end too, because I figured I might as well. Just to save capsules. I wasn't sure if I had gotten enough for 3 stars yet or not, so I was trying to get as many points as I could here. And with 3 capsules remaining it was enough, considering also that I just got a bunch of points from clearing some capsules as well. But if I would have gotten some greens earlier it wouldn't have mattered, I guess. So this next one probably took me the longest, maybe tied for the last stage as well. Bringing Goomba Tower. I got Toad's extra 3 capsules. I don't remember at this time if they influenced me at all, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I just played this one over and over again until I finally got it to work. This is one of the more annoying stages I think of the group. I can definitely see people having trouble with it. I had trouble with it for quite a while. The nice thing about Goomba Tower is there's a good chance he'll hit one of the locks for you, or some of the purple coins that are in annoying sections to get to. And that's really what you're hoping for with Goomba Tower. I suppose it probably would have worked out just fine to do it with Wario. I really don't feel like Goomba Tower did all that much for me. Sometimes you'll clear some color crates, which is really useful, I suppose. But at the beginning, if you can't tell already, I'm just trying to get to the locks right away, destroying some things as I go, but not too many things because I'm going to need them for later to destroy the rest of the purple coins. And I meant to destroy that blue lock at the same time as the red, but that's fine. So now we need to just get to this green lock at the bottom. and I'm going to need some single green capsules, so we get that out of the way, and then we open up the final lock. Now we just needed this final coin here, and then all the other coins will open up, and I'm not worried about clearing or avoiding clearing anything at this point now. Now I can just clear as I please, you know. And we got a good amount of capsules remaining. I honestly don't remember how many capsules we end with and how much Toad influenced me or not. But this was definitely one of my better rounds already. But yeah, once you get to this last section, it's just kind of tough. Not even tough, I guess. It's just, you're probably going to have very little capsules at this point. So there's a good chance you're just going to run out. So you just got to kind of hope Goomba Tower at this point will really help you out. The colored crates are not covering any blue coins, so you don't have to worry about them. Oh, also, I'm also really dumb because you don't even need to get all the viruses. You just need to get all the blue coins and purple coins. I bet I could have cleared that way easier if I had been focusing on that, but I just kept going for the viruses. Anyways, I was influenced by Toad's skill, but just use a skill up for that one if you're having trouble. Sorry, not a skill up. Extra capsules, like +5, and it'll have the same effect. Don't be afraid to use items or anything. I guess this one took a little bit of time as well. I did not get Toad's boost on this one. So at the beginning here, we're just trying to destroy things as efficiently as we can, getting all the colored crates gone so it's a lot easier to clear stuff. And then just hoping that these floating viruses will go near the electric bombs, because that just makes it easier to clear later. So once you start hitting the electric bombs, unfortunately I got rid of that blue one, which would have helped in that spot. You can see I'm gonna be done with this top row already. Everything in that top row is gone. Okay, to be fair, a floating virus should just go in there. But it's really nice to just have a row out of the way. That's a pretty lucky round if you get that to happen. That probably won't typically happen. I would also suggest starting to place some extra stuff. If you're ever needing some single capsules or don't need a color at a specific time, place them on the very top, because they're most likely going to need a couple more hits. Especially the one key that's trapped in the block, I think that one's going to need an extra hit specifically. I hit this hoping that it'll help me out. I didn't help all that much, so now I'm going to have to start doing things a little differently. So I work my way over here, destroying that door so I can get to this area a little bit easier. I still have quite a lot of capsules remaining, which is pretty different for this stage specifically. I usually wasn't doing this well at this point, but there's still quite a lot of floating viruses remaining, so it's not over quite yet. We still need to get to that bottom row as well, and there will probably be some blocks that will have some hits left in them by the end of this. Unfortunately, this red goes in a really annoying spot. There's not a great way to hit that one. I must end up like building up to it because there's no other way to do it. I don't remember if I do that right away. So I do it this way so that a blue is ready to hit that electric bomb as well. And then I have these greens lined up to hit that middle section as, also. This red one I'm finally done with. We blow up that electric bomb, it clears everything else and gets a couple of hits in the blocks. You know what? I should have left that red. I bet an electric bomb would have hit it. Okay, I could have saved a lot by doing that, but whatever. We still were able to do it. Right here, I just line up these reds, and then I have the greens all ready to go on this side, just bringing them over here. I already have 3 stars, so it doesn't matter how many capsules I have left. That one did take a little bit of time as well. The last 3 of these really just were pretty tough. And this next one, I decided, you know, since I was getting enough points, but I just was not getting that close, to bring in both Bomb Boo and King Boo. You're going to get 3 stars if you clear it. That is just going to happen, especially with Wario, I guess. But they give you 3 stars very easily on this one, which is really nice. And you really do the same thing every time, especially at the beginning here. The only thing that's going to change is when we get to the floating viruses, because it's kind of random where they will land. But I would recommend trying to get a single capsule of red or a rainbow capsule ready to go to start hitting these floating viruses right away, so they can start moving and getting into some spots for you, and hopefully they'll line up nicely with other things. Sometimes they lined up a lot nicer than they happened to on this round, but they still lined up good enough for me to be able to hit a lot of them. So, and for some reason, today I was really lucky with the amount of times I got King Boo to trigger. Typically, I had to play a stage over and over again just to see him trigger like once, and that's on a bad round as well. Today he was just triggering over and over again. It was awesome, and that just doesn't typically happen for me. Maybe I was super lucky. I doubt they increased the chances for him to trigger or anything. But I must have just got super lucky today, and I don't know why, but he just kept triggering when I wanted him to, and it was amazing. So even though this one took a lot of tries, and he triggered like pretty much every time I played the stage, finally on this one I was able to do it. Here what I would like to do is get a rainbow capsule between this blue and red to save 2 capsules. And also, once you get into this section here, that big light blue coin in the middle has got to go. So start hitting it. Hopefully some viruses will go near it. You know, that's the hope. But otherwise you're going to have to start placing a bunch of capsules on it to clear it yourself. Also make sure not to get a game over. You can kind of see what you can allow to stay on or not. I had a crate at the very top of the stage, just barely making it, but anything above that would not be okay. And we have most of the stuff up top cleared too. In my experience, the floating viruses down here will never go that high, so you might as well just clear them whenever you feel like it. But right here we're going to get the final 2 hits on the big blue coin, big light blue coin I guess I should say. Sorry, I guess there's probably 3 hits in it. Well, now it's 2. And now this is the final hit here. It's just got so many hits in it, you're going to waste a lot of capsules doing it, but I think that's probably your best bet. Then you can hit the shell whenever you're ready. I guess alternatively you could start hitting the reds, but in my experience most of the time there will be floating virus. The blue floating viruses will stick around enough to hit these lines of reds anyways. Make sure to use all your rainbow capsules on the light blue ones because you're definitely going to be left with those since there are just so many floating viruses. But yeah, I made sure to... Well, I didn't make sure to do anything, I guess. I got King Boo to trigger. I don't believe I also got Bomb Boo to trigger, which usually, like sometimes when I played this one, I actually got both of them to trigger, and I didn't even win. So I don't know what specifically about this round was so much better than those other rounds, but this round I ended up doing great. I guess at the end here, these light blues really lined up nicely. Like they just kept going next to each other, and it was great. Even right here, they lined up again, which wasn't even necessary. I could have cleared them separately, but yeah, the stage was really nice to me on that one. We got King Boo to trigger, and we ended with 3 capsules, so that's pretty great. We could have done it with just Bomb Boo triggering on that one, so. We are done with all of that. Now we get to move on to the special stage, but first let's see the area clear. For some reason it didn't play the area clear music for me. I don't know what went wrong with that, but we're going to get our extra Lemmy as well, which is pretty great. Now once again, for the special stages, this is what I usually do anyways, but I brought in both King Boo and Bomb Boo, just because you don't need to worry about points in these, and I feel like that's your best bet in being able to clear the stage. And I honestly just had like a terrible round. I did so bad, but I believe I got both King Boo and Bomb Boo to trigger, which is really what allowed me to win. But yeah, this was my second try in total. I really didn't know what I should be doing. I just kind of went for it. And honestly, it was really sloppy. You could definitely play this level a lot better than I did. You could wedge yourself in between the keys and the ice to get some more of the viruses a lot quicker if you really wanted to, but man, I went super slow, wasted a bunch of capsules, and I still ended up beating it, so I also just made sure to keep clearing the viruses as I went if I was able to. Right here, I should have tried to get this pink one in between that double... Wait, did I have a double pink? Yeah, I should have put that double pink in between there so I could have got both rounds of them. But again, like, it just doesn't end up mattering. It would do it later. And then also I mess up with these pinks. Luckily I have a rainbow capsule to work in between there. But yeah, that's just a huge waste of capsules in general. Like, we're already down to 9 and we have 22 viruses remaining, some still being bubbled. And the experience at the bottom here is a lot different because both the left and the left side has all bubbled viruses, where the right side only has a single bubbled virus. So it's going to be, well, I think also the difference is on the top, that the right is all bubbled and then the left isn't, so they kind of swap positions here. But I actually feel like the left side is a lot easier to clear. And I end up lining everything up this way, so I end up going for the blues first. And then I got a double, or a blue and pink virus, and figured it's a good time to destroy that right side there. And then I go for the yellows next. And there we get King Boo skill. Now we go for the pink too. And then I'm going to get a double pink later that I believe I used for that section. I use this double blue to get rid of some of the ice. And then use this kind of platform to hit these yellows here. Bringing down the double pink, I'm pretty sure. I also believe I go for this blue one next. There goes Bomboo, like I said. I just think I destroyed the actually no, I don't. I end up destroying these pinks. And then I figure if I need any more capsules, I can destroy some of this tower. And get some of them extra ones from that. I'm going to get Wario skill one last time before this ends. I still have to destroy this one ice block too. I can't forget about that. But it's not going to matter. I don't need destroying this tower. All I need to do is bring over the extra capsules I got. So yeah, with King Boo and Bomboo both triggering, it's just honestly a joke. It's definitely a lot tougher if you get neither of them to trigger. But man, I just destroyed it. Like, I did terrible, and I still was able to beat it. So, in all honesty, not that tough of a special stage considering how bad I did, and I was still able to do it. So there we go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.